This time it's World Rally Ace Chris Atkinson's turn.
Bring it on.
Today it's a brand new track, but you're guaranteed the same old tricks.
Townsville in far north Queensland is much more than a popular destination for holidaymakers. It's also the site of Australia's newest street circuit. This is round 3 of the mini challenge delivered by Pizza Capers. And Damien, this is a track that is certain to provide plenty of challenges.
Bryony, the cars may be minis, but it's going to be maximum attack, maximum action. The track is smooth, so the cars can be flowing through the corners, keeping up the speed. And with massive curbs, there's going to be big two-wheeling action.
It's not just a new racetrack this weekend, there's also a new format.
For the first time, drivers have been given the opportunity to share a car, much like the format the V8 supercars will use this year at Phillip Island. One driver will do race 1, the other takes race 2, and then the drivers combine for race 3. Each driver receives the points earned by their car from all 3 races. Not all drivers have taken up the option, so some will do the extended race solo, but all cars must pit, which could lead to some interesting strategies.
And if anyone was smart about this, what they'll do is they'll get out, their co-driver will get in, they'll run to Paul Stokel and tackle him to the ground. Might be the only way they stop him, I don't know. But the idea is to add a bit of human element to it. So there could be some fumbles, there could be someone makes up a spot in the pits. So a bit of variety, I think, and everyone's pretty excited about it. All of a sudden we've got Warren Luff and Paul Morris and Aaron Karate. These guys have come from nowhere to be a part of it, so it's obviously got some appeal.
World Rally Ace Chris Atkinson is piloting the Uber Star car at this round. And he's not just fast on dirt, he's also had plenty of experience on the black stuff.
I've done a couple of circuit races before. I did the Nürburgring 24-hour and the Bathurst 12-hour, so pretty cool events. Now we're at Townsville, which is also an exciting event, first time here, and there's a huge crowd, so looking forward to it.
Championship leader Paul Stokel has been the class of the field so far this season, but is now paying the price for success.
The mini challenge runs success ballast, so the more you win, the more success ballast you get up to a certain point, and we're almost at that point. So yeah, at the moment I head out here probably with a bit of a handicap compared to everybody else, but look, we can only do what we do, and eventually, you know, if I don't win this weekend, the others catch up and they get their weight, and I'll do the business somewhere else.
Grant Denyer also has to weigh 25 kilograms this weekend after snatching the round victory from his teammate on the last lap in Tasmania.
No team orders here in this house. We had a gentleman's agreement, which was loosely binding, saying that we won't take each other off until, you know, or have a good lash, at least until the last 3 laps.
Denyer sits second in the championship, but he's just 6 points ahead of both Chris Alajarjan and Scott Bargwanna, who are tied for 3rd.
There's obviously not much in it between Grant and I at the moment, so yeah, it's sort of head down, bum up, and press on for the weekend, and hopefully we can come away with a good race result and go into the next round, really hunting down that championship.
Let's go racing in mini challenge for the first time in Townsville, and it's the pole sitter Nathan Karate squaring off with Paul Stokel.
Race 1 got underway late in the afternoon, and you could tell they'd been waiting to race all day.
Stokel's thinking about a move on the outside through 1, but realises he's got Alajarjan behind him, who darts to the right, as does Stokel. Oh, it's even down at turn 2. They all hug the inside line.
Drivers were quickly looking to find the track's limits.
And quickly sideways there, and Wayne Lamont off into the grass, just off the wall. Only just.
The new track was still not spacious enough for the mini challenge drivers.
Oh, Grant Sherrin had a look at turn 13, into the side of Todd Wanless, and Beric Linton takes avoiding action.
Alajarjan was doing all he could to keep 2nd place.
Through turn 5, Alajarjan 2 wheels off the deck. That's just mega. Chris Alajarjan loves having a go.
After an impressive qualifying, Chris Atkinson struck trouble during the race.
Yes, after qualifying 5th, Chris Atkinson has been falling through the field, checking now, see if he can find out what the problem is.
Bargwanna also had his hands full with the race for 5th.
Side by side at 13, but Scott Bargwanna, the Rock Energy Drinks Mini's got the line, but Jeff Emery goes a long way. Lots of understeer on the exit, but job done.
But at the front, it was a runaway win.
Nathan Karate from the front row of the grid. The Western Australian takes race 1 in Townsville. Alajarjan 2nd from Stokel, and Jeff Emery got back for 5th.
Early the next morning, race 2 got underway.
Bargwanna and Emery side by side through turn 1. Never mind that, Stokel behind again. And behind that, Warren Love. Stokel down the inside, and down the inside of Love. Oh, it's Paul Morris. into the side of the Deco Ruck Mini. But they all managed to keep running up to turn 3 and back down the inside. Stokel on Emery for second.
And behind that, Morris again into the side of Warren Luff.
Hired guns Steve Owen and Warren Luff looked like they were enjoying their time in the cars.
Looking at the attitude here, I don't think they care that they drove together at Bathurst last year. The race is on.
And the best bit, they're not their cars.
Paul Stokel was getting held up in a battle for second.
A little switchback move by Paul Stokel here. He gets the power down. Job done before turn 10. That's amazing.
The Uber Star Car also started ploughing through the field.
The reigning Fujitsu Series champ slips down the inside of John Modesta at turn 10.
And if Modesta's not careful, he's going to have to deal with Grant Sherrin at the very next turn.
There was plenty of bounce in the minis around the street circuit.
And there he is, Grant Sherrin gets the move done, big two-wheel.
Now Modesta's been getting some driving tips recently from Paul Stokel, but I don't think that was included in them.
Stokel, though, managed to hunt down Bargwanna to take the race win.
The steamroller continues for Paul Stokel in Mini Challenge. He heads to the line and takes race 2, and that will put him on pole for race 3.
And Scott Bargwanna in second. That'll do his championship hopes a great deal of good.
Jeff Emery third from Steve Owen and Paul Morris. Getting ready now for the feature race, the third and final race of the Mini Challenge in Townsville. And Damien, we've mixed it up. It's a 2-driver race. There's a compulsory 60-second pit stop, even if you're driving solo.
And looking at the grid, Paul Stokel on pole position, the 2-driver thing is actually a choice. And Paul Stokel has elected to do this race on his own.
Chris Alajarjan will start car 9 on the front row of the grid. Grant Denyer is in car 95. And Chris Atkinson will start in the Uberstar car before he hands over to Steve Owen.
And that will be one car to watch. Guaranteed action. And Wayne Lamont in grid 16, the local hope.
So Stokel to the left, Alajarjan to the right. Aaron Karate will start in car 10 on the second row of the grid with Scott Bargwanna. We're off and racing, and it's Alajarjan with a fantastic start down to turn 1.
Absolutely monstered Stokel off the start. Could be a lot to do with the fact that Stokel is carrying...
Bargwanna unloads into the concrete, and Modesta, that's huge contact.
That is unbelievable. Now Grant Sherrin, who tries to go down the outside, is too involved in this.
Oh,
pretty.
Wow, that was a big crash. And they look like separate incidents on the run to turn 1. I thought Bargwanna went in heavy, but Modesta outdid him completely.
Well, those concrete barriers, they're 4 tonne each. And look at that, just in front of that black car. Look at the shape of that fence. He has moved it. Here's a replay.
That's Scott Bargwanna in the black number 79 Mini heading across. The other black car is Jeff Emery, and it looks like Bargwanna has just moved across, and it's not clear.
But that doesn't tell the story. Modesta, who came from the other side of the track, that contact, I've never seen a contact so huge. That is 90 degrees, head on into the wall. Here we go, down the outside of Emery, and moves across, just off screen to the left. You'll see the car appear.
Oh! That is huge.
And Grant Sherrin didn't quite sneak past. On board now with Atkinson. You can see his car is moving across to the right, then to the left. He sees what's going on, but as he's gone to the left, he's just caught Modesta.
And that's the carnage that follows in the Uberstar car's wake. This is from behind. That's Bargwanna, not clear. Bang, into the fence. And watch for Modesta. Oh, that's worse every time I see it.
That's a frightening impact. 4 times I've seen that now, and I still can't believe. And even the amount that he moved the fence on the other side of the track was huge.
Jason Bargwanna, Scotty's cousin, then involved heavily with this team. That's going to cost them some cash. Safety cars on the track. We'll get a restart when we come back.